What troubles you, Gernsback?
That conflict was supposed to drive our forces apart. Yet now the assault on Ovis has somehow gained momentum. When King Oberon took his spear in hand and faced Elan, I truly thought the time was upon us.
As did I, yet there was no bloodlust in the king. It even felt as if it was simply a heavy-handed way to display our loyalty to Jaden.
I imagine you are right. While we need not worry for Lady Elia anymore, our current course makes me fear for Lady Lucielle.
Our hopes rest in Garvel.
They do, but I have yet to receive reports of him leaving Ovis Castle.
What if Garvel fails to persuade the princess?
Then we will find our way into the castle ahead of Rundal and convince her ourselves. There is naught else we can do. Huh? That was Jaden.
It just occurred to me. We have not seen him on the field for a time. I imagine he was simply resting while we dealt with the front lines.
Yet he now takes action for some reason. Did he receive word of our conflict? Or could it be something else?
Finally caught up with you.
King Jaden.
I told you to stop with that king business. Anyway, my apologies for what happened earlier.
Of what do you speak?
I received a report from Raldor that Elan wasn't on his best behavior.
We are clearly at fault in some manner to be as untrusted as we are.
Listen to me, Oberon. Never have I looked down upon you. Or Heindler, for that matter. Not a single time. We may be divided in two for now, but I hope that our nations will be one someday. I hear there are those who mockingly claim the great stag will devour the dragon. But such things are not worthy of our concern. For our era to truly come, we must first unite the continent. Gilgamesh has his schemes, and then there are those beyond the falls. But I will not allow any of them to have their way. I promise you that. I had intended to tell this to the entirety of both our armies, but alas. I can't help but think the soldiers of Heindler are still prone to misconstruing matters. Perhaps out of wariness, I suppose.
The weight of your ideals is clear. In the very least, it is to me.
I know. What is it?
Reporting, Your Highness. The forces of Leonis have arrived at Ovis Castle.
Well. Mont doesn't waste any time, does he?
You are familiar with the King of Leonis?
I certainly am. We were on the battlefield together just recently, actually.
Together, you say? What exactly do you speak of?
We shared ranks with the allied forces of Leonis and Horn to crush Wizette.
I thought you returned to Rundal Castle.
I did, but then Elia gave me the cold treatment. So I took my army on a little excursion to Wizette.
You fought alongside your enemy.
The King of Leonis was quite the man, you know. Brave, mindful of his troops, and fearsome in his command at the ancient ring to boot.
You would sing such praise for Mont.
Well-deserved praise at that. He's a worthy opponent, and one whom I cannot wait to face on the battlefield.
King Jaden.
All right, I'd say it's time to resume the assault. We take Ovis Castle in one fell swoop.
Reporting! Garvel was spotted leaving the castle before fleeing to the eastern forest.
He was? Why would you report to me on Garvel's movements when it is Ovis we face? Who gave you your orders?
Lord Gernsback, Your Highness.
Gernsback!
At your command, Your Highness.
Go easy on him.
Why were you monitoring Garvel? You will answer me.
Then truth be told,
You employed Garvel to make off with Luciel's ring?
yes, Your Highness. My actions go beyond my station.
Beyond your station? You insolent fool!
My apologies, Your Highness.
Stop, Oberon.
King Jaden may have made us face tribulation to test our resolve. But it was with insight far greater than ours that he gave such orders. Yet you would unravel King Jaden's carefully woven stratagem!
This goes no further, Oberon.
Stand aside, King Jaden!
If you understand what's at stake, then you be the one to step up.
Me?
You heard me. What do you gain from allowing yourself to strike down one of your own commanders in a moment of fury? Nothing ever plays out as one plans it. What's important is how you adapt and make the unexpected do your bidding. And in the very end, achieving what one set out to do is all that truly matters. Is it not?
You are too generous with your wisdom.
I shall let you be the one to choose.
Choose what, exactly?
Pursue Garvel, or continue the siege on Ovis. My forces will take the path you leave unchosen for Heimler. Which will it be?
The army of Heimler shall pursue Garvel with all its might.
Interesting. Why is that your choice?
Since a short while ago, visions summoned by the ancient ring have not been seen on the battlefield. I believe this could mean that Luciel has fled Ovis Castle alongside Garvel.
You have a sharp mind, Oberon. I was thinking the same thing. Luciel would never hand the ring over to the likes of Garvel. I'll only ask you this once. Do you have it in you to slay your betrothed?
If that is what you command of me.
So be it. But be warned, Luciel is a terror with that ring at her command. Garvel knows what he's doing as well, for that matter. And if it turns out the ring really has gone beyond the walls, you call upon me without a moment's hesitation. Understood?
As you wish.
The army of Heimler will hereby pursue Garvel under the command of Oberon. The army of Rundal will continue the siege on Ovis Castle. Move out!
How do you fare?
Well enough.
Is that a laugh I hear?
That blow from King Oberon's spear. His mastery grows ever refined. I feel more joy than pain when I recount what happened. King Oberon will soon undergo his awakening.
Awakening?
To the blood of the dragon passed down through each generation of the Heimler family. Once the venerable bloodline which courses through him awakens.
You believe that will be his severance from Jaden?
There is no way to know. Yet, even so, that is the faint hope to which we must cling.
Indeed it is. There is something that troubles me, however.
What is it?
Mor has not returned to us,
You're right.
and neither has the shinobi we sent for her. Could it be the shinobi was unable to deliver our message?
Even if that were the case, Mor would merely take Lady Elia to Heindler Castle. Unless Lady Elia were to desire something greater than that.
And what would that something be?
Lady Elia was disgusted by the very notion of her wedding procession.
You do not mean to say she may try to take Rundal Castle while Jaden is at war?
Have we no way to know what goes on in the castle? Our shinobi are not up to the task.
I have a way.
No, it will do us no favors for you to disappear again.
Nea.
Here.
You needn't kneel to me. I am not your master.
But
You are a friend like none other. You know that.
yes,
I need you to go to Heindler Castle and ascertain whether Lady Elia has returned. And if she has not,
I should then go to Rundal Castle.
indeed. Our priority is to confirm the safety of Lady Elia. But if she is in peril,
I will save her, no matter what it takes.
we are counting on you. But do not risk any danger that you can avoid. My heart would break if anything were to happen to you.
I understand.
Now, make haste.
Well then, we'd best do the same. We must catch up to Garvel and confirm the whereabouts of Princess Lucielle.
Then let us waste no time.
Let us take our rest here.
King Oberon, we're still able to press on.
I second that, Your Highness. We cannot afford to allow Garvel to get any further ahead of us.
It is not fangless prey which we hunt. If they employ the ring against us, we will face a battle most perilous. We take advantage of whatever respite we can now, so that we may be ready for what is to come. Understood?
Yes, Your Highness.
King Oberon, where is it that you go?
I wish to be alone for a moment.
Oh, of course.
Where are you, Lucielle? What is it that goes through your mind? I thought you would believe in me and entrust the ring to my care. And then the nations of Heindler, Rundal, and Ovis would stand as one to rule over Ardra. And yet, King Jaden did not celebrate our union. I swear it upon my life that my love for you does not wane. Not now. Not ever. Alas, I am unable to leave King Jaden's side at this time. For even now, those memories come back to haunt me in my dreams. Vile memories of my time imprisoned by Lycaros, which gnaw away at my soul. It was like being sentenced to hell itself. When the nights grew late, I was dragged from my cell and tossed before the king of Lycaros. Sometimes it was for the entertainment of the nobles, at other times for the king's own sordid needs. Many a time did I think to end my own misery, yet I did not have the courage to do so. The two I shared the dungeon with, King Jaden, who tried to keep my spirits high, and Gernsback, who offered me solace. It was the kindness in their hearts that allowed me to endure the disgrace of my existence. After a time, Rundal rose up against Lycaros. King Jaden broke out of the dungeon and proceeded to slay scores of Lycaros soldiers with a gun he had secretly procured. He freed Gernsback and me from our bonds. And yet, I was too terrified to fight. Paralyzed by the thought of what would happen should the uprising be quashed. I knew I would have been forced to suffer more nights of even greater humiliation. I felt myself begin to plummet into madness, so keenly that my bladder released itself. Yet even then, as I stood there trembling in my own filth, King Jaden embraced me and told me I had nothing to fear, instilling my frail soul with courage. Unbothered by my state, he took my hand and led me out of the darkness which sought to consume me. In that moment, I knew where I belonged, and that my path could only be under King Jaden's providence.
King Oberon.
Gernsback. How fare the troops?
They are ready to march, at your order.
I see. Then, let us continue on.
Your Highness, are you truly certain of this?
You know why this must be. You are imprisoned by my side. My life is mine to live, only because of King Jaden.
Your Highness.
Let us dally no longer.
There he is! It's Garvel!
We have you now.
Oberon, it's been a while.
Where is Luciel?
Luciel? Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but you'll only find me here.
What about the ring?
Did you truly think she would simply hand it over?
Then why did you run from the castle? All you had to do was report back with word that the ring was not in your possession.
What reason would I have to do that,
What?
After all, you're just putting me in harm's way to help you save Luciel, aren't you? Don't even bother trying to convince me otherwise. So, given the circumstances, I decided to use you in return.
You used us?
That's right, to draw Heindler away so that Rundal would be left all on its own.
You truly are thick-skulled, aren't you? Every last soldier under the banners of Leonis and Horn could flock to Ovis, yet it would change little. You underestimate the might of Rundal.
But what if Luciel still had some tricks up her sleeve?
Explain yourself. Do you mean to say Luciel agreed to this plot of yours?
I think you misunderstand. It wasn't me who plotted this one out.
No. Luciel could not be behind this. It is unfathomable. She hates schemes and trickery in all their forms.
That would likely be true if we were talking about the same Luciel.
What is that supposed to mean?
Anyway, this concludes my business here. You can go off and fight whoever you like now.
We are not done here. King Jaden has been angered on many occasions by the underhanded conduct of the Arms Dealers Guild. I shall capture you here and deliver you to your judgment.
I shall not abide it.
The Sanctum is here.
I was told I'd find aid here in the forest. But I have to admit, I wasn't expecting the Sanctum. I figured you would have been hell-bent on striking at Rundal.
So, the Sanctum does indeed cast its shadow over the Arms Dealers Guild.
Do not misunderstand our motives. We act merely to protect the rights and liberties of the persecuted people of Izog.
What blatant absurdity. Resnick, deliver word to King Jaden. Tell him that the Sanctum stands behind Garvel.
You shall do no such thing.
Pressed by mere sanctum monks.
How in the heavens do their troops have such reserves?
Prolonging this battle will only result in our defeat. We must slay their commander, Grace, before that comes to pass.
I shall pierce forth and provide them a target they cannot ignore. Take that opportunity to turn the tide of battle, Your Highness.
Fear not. There will be no need for such boldness.
That voice. Subtly. Why are you here?
Why, King Oberon, long have I wished for an audience with you.
An audience, you say?
Yes, indeed. For I wish to bestow my blessing upon your holy union with Princess Lucielle.
King Oberon, do not be swayed by this one's words.
Your suspicion wounds me. Though not to an extent which would dissuade me from sharing the key to saving your dear princess from her plight.
What is it you speak of?
There is but one way. Abandon your alliance with Rundal.
A foolish notion.
But is it? Rundal will consume all that is Heimler. It is a fate which grows all the more inevitable. Jaden seeks to take everything from you, Oberon. Your beloved sister. The warriors you honed with your very own hands. Your proud nation. And even the venerable bloodline of the dragon. Why is it you offer him everything you hold dear?
One such as you would never comprehend.
You would be surprised.
Leave this place at once, or face the wrath of my spear.
Damn these monks. Is there no end to them?
It almost seems so. This bodes poorly for us.
My believers gather here from all corners of the realm. But that is no call for you to despair. For the light of the crystal shall surely guide you too with its brilliance.
Spare us your drivel. We shall not surrender to the likes of you.
I cannot help but think you misunderstand my intent. As I said, I wish to bestow my blessing upon the holy union between King Oberon and Princess Lucielle. And to be clear, the common enemy which we must face is Jaden of Rundal.
Utter not another word.
As you wish. We shall withdraw.
Are you sure about this?
Quite so. King Oberon, you can still make the right choice. Save Princess Lucielle. Save the woman you love.
Your Highness.
Why did Sadali choose such a time to withdraw? The monks at his command are nigh on thrice our number. Even should they fail to eliminate us completely, it could have easily dealt irrevocable damage to our ranks. Yet why did they choose not to?
King Oberon, we haven't the time for this. We must return to Ovis Castle.
Indeed. Let us make haste.
What are you playing at?
What do you mean, pray tell?
All you had to do was keep up the attack, and you could have taken down one or two of the Six Fangs. Oberon will neither defy nor betray Jaden. You know this.
I wonder if that is indeed so. Upon coming face to face with Oberon, I felt that it would serve us better to use him rather than fight him.
You think that's possible?
Who is to say? All I have done is plant the seeds of doubt.
Hold it! Where are you off to now?
Why, to Ovis Castle, of course.
To what end?
To bear witness to the path Oberon will choose.
Do you actually think he will betray Jaden?
No. As I said, I have only planted the seeds of doubt. Whether or not they sprout rebellion is a matter for the future to reveal. Will you be joining us?
I think I'll pass.
I see. Well then, may we meet again.
It's starting to feel like Lucielle even has Sottile doing what she wants. It's probably for the best if I lie low for a while.
Lady Moore, what business do you have here?
I wish to see Lady Elia.
Her Highness is currently indisposed.
It's fine. She may pass. What is the matter?
There is news you must hear.
Very well. Come with me to my chambers. Hindler has turned against Rundal. Could this truly be?
Yes. Gernsback asked me to deliver word to you myself. He also urged that you return to Hindler for your own safety.
No. I think I shall stay right here.
That is the very answer I had foreseen.
Taking this castle will only aid my brother's victory.
Well, isn't this getting interesting?
Let us send word to Lady Marial and assemble the forces of Goga.
I guess that means it's finally time for us to claim a castle of our own.